This is the Trivia and Tunes homepage as an anonymous visitor sees it. No account required to explore. The navigation highlights key actions, including Make Game, giving anyone a clear path to start building their own quiz right away. 4 ways to play are laid out below the hero, from joining a game to creating a virtual venue. This is the Make a Game introduction screen, which walks you through the studio journey in 4 steps. Open the studio, describe your vibe, rounds, and difficulty. Let the AI and Finn draft the questions, then review, tweak, and save. When you're ready, hit Open the Studio to begin, or skip the intro entirely. Because creating a game requires an account, the anonymous journey naturally arrives here, the sign-in screen. Users can continue with Google or use their username and email, but no credentials are entered during this demo. Once signed in, you land here in Game Control, your personal library inside Creator Studio. The set list shows no games yet, and the Make a Game with AI button is ready to take you straight into the dedicated game maker to build your first trivia set. Here's the completed brief for tonight's game. Back to the 80s, movies and music. The mood is set as a lively mixed-age pub crowd, with 1980s pop, rock, and classic movie soundtracks, anchored by artists like a-ha, Queen, Madonna, and Prince. Politics and religion are excluded, and difficulty is dialed in at balanced. Mischievous, but fair. Finn has drafted round 1, and here it is in full. 4 scoring questions, plus a bonus, each with a question, an answer, and a suggested music track already filled in. Every field is editable, so you can tweak the content to perfectly match your crowd before moving on to round 2. Round 2 has been generated, continuing the same game with more accessible 80s pop material. Just like round 1, it presents 4 questions plus a bonus, each complete with answers and suggested songs. Every question and song pairing is fully editable, so hosts can fine-tune the content before moving on to the next round. Round 3 has been generated, and you can see the focus shifts toward big rock and crossover anthems. Questions about Prince, Queen, Genesis, and a-ha fill the cards. Every question, answer, and song suggestion is fully visible and ready for your review. Just like before, nothing is locked in. You can edit, redraft, or swap out any card before moving on to round 4. Round 4 is now complete, wrapping up the main game with 4 questions that span movies, pop, rock, and soundtrack connections. Each question comes paired with a carefully chosen music link to keep the atmosphere alive. The round closes out with a bonus card, putting the finishing touches on tonight's full championship game. After the 4 regular rounds, the builder adds 1 separate ultimate question, a standalone all-or-nothing finisher to close out the night. This final question sits in its own dedicated step, completely apart from the regular rounds, giving the game a high-stakes send-off that stands on its own. Before saving, the review screen gives you a complete summary of your entire game. Every round, every question, every bonus, the final finisher, and media indicators are all laid out so you can check everything at a glance. Once you're happy with what you see, simply hit Save Game to lock it in. After saving and reloading, Back to the 80s Movies and Music is still visible here in My Games, tagged as a draft. This confirms that your game persists across sessions, exactly where you left it, ready to edit whenever you return. Now we're in the Launch Hub, where the host selects your games to find their personal library. Right there is the newly saved 80s game, Back to the 80s Movies and Music, ready to go whenever the host is. Selecting a game opens a launch tray right beneath it. The tray explains that Finn will host the session while players join on their phones. And when you're ready, simply hit Launch Game to get started. The Find Music panel lets you search by artist and song title, then pull the link from YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Music using the dedicated search and test buttons for each service. Here, a YouTube search for Madonna Like a Prayer has returned no videos found, which is exactly why the manual URL fields and test media buttons are there as a reliable fallback. You can paste any link directly and verify it plays before applying it to your question. And this is where it all comes together. A real, playable host lobby for the AI Home Live game, Back to the 80s Movies and Music. You can see the game title, player join status, answer method options, and the Start Game button ready to go. This is a fully functional session, confirming that everything built during production works end to end.